Round 8 of the Highline Racing League Culture Designs Truck Series. Tonight, the second series drivers take on the long-forgotten Kentucky Speedway for the fittingly named Kentucky Derby. 70 laps for roughly 105 miles under the lights at Kentucky. I am your commentator, lead commentator and producer for Paige, and today we will be starting on time as we're about halfway through qualifying, roughly. Just about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock right now, and Scott Zellner want to top the charts right now in the number 13 machine as he comes down into 3 and 4, the number 15 machine rather, down into 3 and 4, but this lap obviously won't count, just turning laps to get some more experience on this 1.5 mile oval. This is the old pave of this track. It's since been repaved and then clearly obviously forgotten and not ran on the Cup Series or Truck Series schedule anymore, any schedule in the top 3 divisions, but it's able to be used through iRacing as a sort of relic right now as some of these drivers continue to finish their laps. Ryan Potter goes to 3rd on the charts behind Terry Brooks and Scott Zellner, right ahead of Lucas Lodato, and so that's one of our main points today is going to be this championship battle starting to come to an end. 3 races remaining, 2 races remaining after today. Scott Zellner takes the top spot as a part-time driver, but Terry Brooks, who leads the point standings by just a mere 11 points over Dylan Poteet, will start second. Poteet currently lined up in the 5th position. We know how quickly things can change in the point standings. We saw such a big swing when Lodato went from winning back-to-back to getting wrecked out at Talladega and losing all those points and losing that lead and then some as he sits 15 points off of the points leader, 4 behind Poteet, who is 11 off of Terry Brooks. Garrett Sidnor is 27 points off of the points leader, so he is still in it for sure, but qualified P10. No chance for him to improve, and so he will have to watch on and run through the field. Terry Brooks will be driving out of that mirror. He'll start second. If anyone can't change that, it looks like Dylan Bodie on the racing surface right now, making his first or second start of the year. I'm not sure. Let's see. I got the point standings up already, but I don't see him here. So it looks like Bodie is making his first start in the year. The Courtney Strong Bass Pro Shops 26, but he's just sitting on pit road, not going to set a qualifying lap now. Drivers will not have enough time to set another lap, and it's Scott Zellner on the pole position. I'm not sure why the colors have changed. Bit of an interesting thing we've got going on right now. Thought they were all supposed to be red, but yeah, this goes as qualifying wraps up, waiting for it to come to an end. No one can set a lap, but we gotta wait for the time to expire. As you see a quick flash on your screen, and that signals the start of the race session. Scott Zellner takes the pole position for the first time this season, and we'll get the rows up on the screen. Scott Zellner alongside pole sitter Scott Zellner alongside championship leader Terry Brooks lines up on the front row. There's Terry in second, looking for another win on the year to extend his points lead over the man starting behind him, Lucas Lodato in 4th, Ryan Potter in 3rd, sitting 5th, Dylan Poteet, and in 6th, Tyler Rush. Poteet in 2nd in the point standings right now, looking for another good finish. Could use his charge back up after missing one race. Dylan Clark and Nicholas Pressey 7th and 8th in row 4, rounding out the top 10. Justin Gibbs and Garrett Sidnor 4th in the points. Not quite out of it yet. Starting just outside the top 10, Matthew Rodriguez and Jacob Palm. Row 7, Ryan Hines and Michael Deitch. 13th and 14th, Matt Muir will start 15th. Adam Bossy, cone driver today with the breast cancer awareness pink on that choose cone. Starting 16th will be Cody Bussard alongside our other choose cone, Alan Cudman. 17th and 18th will be Dylan Bodie and Scott Puckett. And that will round out the field. 18 trucks start today's event. Of course, top 10 rows there, but 2 of those teams will be the choose cone. And so as the field starts to grid up, waiting on Sidnor, Bussard, and that's it, just those two to get onto the track so we can roll around here. Get the race going from Kentucky. The first intermediate, it feels like, in quite a while here on this schedule. Of course, we've gone from road courses to super speedways to flat half miles and 1 mile tracks in New Hampshire and North Wilkesboro, but it hasn't been since the second race of the season that we've had a 1.5 mile track, as the 15 machine will take his EOL. That's something I always forget to note. As a Premier Series driver, he will have to start from the tail end of the field, so that will bump up Ryan Potter, the honorary pole position. The 31 right there. Behind the 99 of Potter. It will start from the front of the field for, I believe, the first time this year, though I could be mistaken. Actually, he was up front last race, but I can't quite remember how qualifying ended up there. So we'll see. Remember, the 31 of Poteet was the winner at Las Vegas, the last 1.5 mile track we saw. However, this track widely different from that. A lot less banking, a lot more of a choice for lanes, I believe. Except I don't think I've ever ran this combo, so I wouldn't know. But these guys are going to have a lot of leeway when it comes to running around this track. A lot more tire saving to do. They're going to have to run it a lot easier. It's a lot slower than Las Vegas, but who cares? We're going green here for race number 8 of the second series. Green flag is in the air from Kentucky, and a good start from that inside line. Even better on the top. Terry Brooks gets away well. They'll have a drag race down into turns number 1 and 2. 3 wide. Here comes Lodado looking high on Brooks. Brooks covers it off, slides up to that third groove, and Ryan Potter will get clear off of turn number 2. Brooks sails deep into 3 and 4, trying to get clear of Lucas Lodado, and he's going to get to him. Poteet around him as well. There's your 3 championship contenders. 1, 2, and 3, or make it a 2, 3, and 4 behind the 99 of Ryan Potter. He'll lead lap number 1. Back down into 1 and 2, the 99 down to that inside line. You see the 23 trying to work those outside lanes in early. A couple of trucks behind him doing the same as they try to formulate a single file line, because 3 wide, 2 wide not help in their case. For a race win, a better finish, they slow down and lose time on these race leaders, as they do, as the 31 and the 99 way down on that inside line, hitting that yellow line, the Kevin Harvick line right there, as the 23 will rock it around the outside trying to get clear of Lucas Lodado. They'll go side by side for second, as here comes Dylan Poteet, 2-time winner already, looking for win number 3, a second of the 2 1.5 mile ovals, trying to sweep them this year. As he comes up on the Swamp Motorsports Morningstar Farms machine, he goes to the outside into 3 and 4, takes a peek, but can't do anything with it. Potter will come up and get clear of him off of 4. He continues to lead. Brooks up into 3rd, Lodado to 4th. Dylan Clark back to 5th. They race for 6th with Sidnor and Rush, and Sidnor takes the spot away, already up 4 positions. As he comes across the line this time, that will update and show you that he is currently running in the 6th positions. We have a pass for the race lead. Dylan Poteet to the inside of the 99 of Potter. He'll take the race lead. Potter squeezing the hell out of him in the corner. And that'll make it a 4-horse race for the lead, as Potter is going to completely miss the corner right up against the wall. They go 3 wide for second, but the 31 of Poteet will take the spot away into 3 and 4. I have no idea what the plan was by the 99. He drove him down as far as he could into the corner, and he completely blew it. As they'll go single file down on the inside, the 7 of Lodado. No draft to help, no partners on the outside. They'll try not to sink back. Rides right there in 3rd. He's going to get the nose ahead of the 23. They'll go 3 wide for second again. Potter trying to make up for that lost time right there with that mistake in 1 and 2. Sidnor now up into 5th. 5 spots, the biggest mover, and now the 31 will drop back. Lucas Lodano will shoot up to the lead around the outside. Time I try and look at someone outside of this top 4, action intensifies, and now it's the 7 who leads the race over Terry Brooks and Ryan Potter. Poteet from 1st to 4th in 1 lap. Since I had the stuff I was missing last time, I better make sure I have the stream up on my screen. My phone screen, that is. What's up, life? Hi, Smith, go Ryan Potter. So, Ryan Potter, man in the chat. Oh, I saw Ty Racing in this. I'm looking at Tyler Rush. Okay, I'm tripping. 7 laps complete now. 10% of the way in. Lodato in the number 7 will lead from the 23 of Terry Brooks, the 99 of Ryan Potter, Poteet, Sidnor Clark, Rush, and Pressey back here in 8th with Jacob Halm and Justin Gibbs dogfighting for that spot. And as we come to lap number 9, we'd like to thank our broadcasting associates in Tango Paints. Let's see if I can get the right one. Nope, here it is. I'd like to thank our broadcasting associates in Tango Paints. Why is it doing that? Hold on. Why it's glitching out. Tried to update the ticker today, but there we go. So now as the drivers come to complete lap number 9, we'd like to thank our broadcasting associate in Tango Paints for the best customizers and paint schemes and deliveries on the platform. Contact Tal Owen on Twitter using the tag Tango Paints. Top-notch schemes provided at a starting price of $50 that will up your game and represent your racing identity along the way. That was your Tango Paints lap 09 presented live on FTN. I don't know why it's being so buggy, but we're back here now. You watch this battle intensify for the 10th spot, the 9th and 10th spot. Jacob Halm in 8th right there. Ryan Hines was fastest in practice right up until the end when Terry Brooks took that honor away. But we talked to Hines last week, hoping that he could get a win under his belt before the season comes to a close, as he sits just outside this championship battle, I believe, in the 6th position. On points, he's about 40 off of the leader right now. Ryan Hines in 5th, correction, 38 points out of the championship battle, or off of the championship leader. It's not over. We know, again, how much you can gain or lose in just one race, but Hines is going to have to finish a little bit better than this as his championship competitors run 1, 2, and 4. Speaking of which, side by side for the lead, Terry Brooks across the line to lead lap number 11. Lodato digging the high side across the stripe, that time by the 23 had the lead, but Lodato swipes it away into the corner, working that 3rd groove off of turn number 2 in the breast cancer awareness pink machine. Dylan Clark as well in the pink truck behind him. Into 3 and 4, Lodato was going to ride down onto the right rear of the 23, but might hold it on him as he sticks to that 3rd groove. The 23 will wash up. Lodato with the momentum off of the corner, looking for another lap led, but Brooks stays just ahead of him, just by about 11 thousandths of a second. Lodato coming back down the front stretch. Back into 1 and 2, that 7 working that middle groove in off of the corner, coming awful close to the outside wall. And Ryan Potter continues to ride in 3rd, Brooks on the bottom, Lodato on the top, and this is on board with the 99, who's got a top-tier seat to this battle. As Lodato will finally cede that position to Brooks, and he'll take the lead back. 13 laps down and in the books here from Kentucky. As you see Potter go up and work in that middle lane in. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. A lot of lane choice comes into running this old surface from Kentucky. I believe this is a 2011 scan, and so this is before it got repaved. It got they put the sticky stuff down on the inside, which makes the newer scan on iRacing a lot more bottom feedy. The higher you go, the slower you go, essentially. But with this, especially with higher horsepower cars like the Xfinity and Cup car, the middle lane seems to be quicker than the bottom. But in my experience, at least, driving the Xfinity car here, you can't get too high. You'll lose all your front grip. Could have just been the setup, but not an enjoyable experience if you miss those first 3 lines. Saw a couple guys right up on the outside rim riding the wall on the first couple of laps. That appears to not be the name of the game. Field comes back down into 1 and a 2, the 23. This time we'll go up and run the middle. The 7 of Lodato downstairs on the yellow line. Potter chasing him. The 31 of Poteet in 4th, under fire from Sidnor and Clark, who have charged up to this top 4. Sidnor looking for his 2nd career Truck Series win. His first win, of course, came last season en route to his championship win, and it was at a road course at a Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, and he's way out of that comfort zone when it comes to the tracks that he's won at before here. The polar opposite of a road course, the big oval, but he's been successful here at the 1.5 miles in the past. Of course, at a winning Pace Auto Club last season, was good at Las Vegas, came home with a top 5, I believe, but just hasn't been able to put it together like Poteet, Clark, or like Poteet, Lodato, and Brooks, who are having stellar seasons. As Sidnor got passed by Dylan Clark right there. Back down to 1 and 2, Dylan Clark captured his first career oval win in the Highline Racing League history last week at New Hampshire in the Truck Series. And I didn't think he was running full-time, but he's only missed 1 race, and now he sits 6th in the standings, tied with the man in front of him. Whoa! I was looking at my phone. What the hell just happened? I was trying to get the point standings up. Speaking of the 99, those two tied in points, and it looks like we had a little bit of contact into turn 3. Maybe with the 31. As there's Potter. Oh. Yikes. Not sure what the plan was by for Clark there. Let's go full speed. That'll give us a better look at what happened between the two. Yeah, I know. Clark just wrecked the hell out of him. I don't really think there's an excuse for that. Clark just drove into the corner and dumped him. Not really sure why. Really not beneficial for either of them, as they're both going to drop a couple spots. Go back live. Clark has actually found his way back up to the 50, who also lost time on the race leaders. So it didn't lose him that much time, but the 99 of Ryan Potter, who started on the front row after the 15 of Zellner had to take that EOL, as he is a full-time Cup Series or Premier Series competitor. Started up in technically the 1st position, but back in 8th right now, and he's got to be angry at the 48. Not sure why Dylan Clark did that, but he actually ended up benefiting from it as he gets around E99. He rides up in 4th, but almost 2 seconds off of Poteet. Here's Poteet in 3rd. Lucas Lodato 8/10 off of your race leader Terry Brooks, and then it's another 8/10 back to Dylan Poteet. These guys have completely stretched out from the rest of the field. It's 8/10 from 1st to 2nd, 8/10 from 2nd to 3rd, and then another almost 2 seconds between Poteet and Clark 3rd and 4th as they come off of turns 1 and 2 again. Terry Brooks holding a gap on Lodato. See exactly what he's doing in 3 and 4 here, working that middle groove in, using that seam to his advantage to get the truck to turn. He's going to come right up to the wall off of turn 4, and we'll ride on board with a full lap here from the points leader and the fastest truck on track right now. Here we'll ride down into 1 and 2, go up to that 3rd line. Seems to be the place to be right now, using that seam to his advantage. Oh, he's going to get the wall. I felt like he was getting on the gas too early, and he gets into the wall. Has to lift out of it. Don't know if he has damage, but here comes Lodato hunting. That cut the gap in 2. Lodato comes off of the 4 now. He sits in the catbird seat 4/10 off of Terry Brooks. See what the difference in lines is for them. Looks like Lodato is going to stay in that 3rd line, work it way down to the 2nd, but Brooks definitely not comfortable up there, as he'll cut down to the bottom right to the yellow line. And lift for Lodato off of the corner, comfortable on exit. He's got a good handling truck. Right now you can just see a little bit of sway. The rear end is kicked out, but it's gripped, which is exactly how you want an ideal truck to drive on something like this track here as they come around to complete lap number 24. Garrett Sidor and Ryan Hines fighting for 5th. Sidor kind of burned his stuff off there, lost some time to the race leaders while we were looking at that replay. Had to check up for Dylan Clark dumping the 99, and he's going to continue to fall back. He'll lose 5th for the second time, and he'll quickly be under fire from Tyler Rush, looking for one of his best finishes on the season in that 72 machine around the outside on the 50. That'll put him up to 6th, chasing down Hines for 5th. Terry Brooks comes across the line this time to complete lap number 25. It's all Terry Brooks from Lodato, Poteet, Clark, and Hines.
Isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
This message is brought to you by the rebrand of Throttle Graphics and Designs. This publication may not be reposted without the authorized written consent of Throttle Graphics and Designs. NASCAR Camping World Ford F-150. NASCAR Xfinity Ford Mustang. NASCAR Cup Series Next-Gen Ford Mustang. Arca Menards. This has been the publication of the redesign and rebranding of Throttle Graphics and Designs. This message may not be reposted, republicated, or rebroadcasted without the authorized written consent of Throttle Graphics and Designs. Thank you, and thanks for your time.
Coming back to you live on FTN, 33 laps complete. Terry Brooks has led nearly all of them. Every single one since we've gone to break. He's pulled nearly triple the gap he had when we last left off. Lodato 1.6 seconds back, and the whole field has started to close on in on him. There's the 31 of Poteet and the 48 of Clark. The 50 of the 50 machine Garrett Sidnor right here on fresh tires just came down on the pit road, along with Ryan Potter, Matthew Rodriguez, Scott Zellner, Scott Puckett, Matt Muir, and Cody Bussard all onto pit road as they look to pull the undercut on the race leaders, as Terry Brooks and Lucas Lodato will come down pit road this time halfway through here. Money stop time for the 23 and the 7. No mistakes in, no mistakes out. Can't speed, can't blow your box, but you can't get in too slow either, because the 7 could pounce, and vice versa. As the 23 gets in hard on the brakes, the 7 gets in. Oh, the 23 missed his box. Took him a little bit of time to get it into reverse, but I think he'll still have the lead, as that gives the lead to Dylan Poteet right now. Here's Terry Brooks getting lapped by Poteet as he comes out of pit road. The 7 closes the gap, but 23 inevitably will hold on to the lead. Didn't lose that much time. Most of the field comes down now. Gibbs on the pit road, Dylan Clark on the pit road, and Poteet stays out again with Ryan Hines behind him. Michael Deitch making his second top 3 appearance of the year. One was his third place finish at Talladega. Right now he runs in third, waiting for his pit stop, 10 seconds off of the race leader Poteet, as Bodie comes around. He'll pass Clark and Gibbs, Sidnor as well, as these guys have not pit from first through 5th. Garrett Sidnor right now, the first car on fresh tires. He's got 3 seconds to Matthew Rodriguez behind him. That was a big strategy call. I didn't notice when he came in, so I don't know how long it's been. If I can get the stint information here. It looks like so Sidnor has been on these tires for 11 laps. So is Ryan Potter. Potter is 4 seconds off of him. Rodriguez has 4 lap fresher tires, as he closes the gap to Sidnor. He's 3 seconds behind him. Lodato, the first car on brand new tires, is about, let's see here, 5.5, say about 9 seconds behind Sidnor. Okay. I gotta lock the doors in the booth. What time this happened? Okay, where was I? Garrett Sidnor. So, let's see. Michael Deitch is on pit road now, so he'll surrender his chances at the podium. With this pit stop, he'll drop all the way through the field, as Bodie remains out on track, but he just got past 4th position by Sidnor. And so this strategy not looking too good for the 26 in his Season 2 debut. He comes down on the pit road, surrenders the P4 run that he had going. Here's Sidnor again. He had 3 seconds on Matthew Rodriguez, who hasn't had that many good runs this year. He's struggled to stay up front, especially at Las Vegas. He was pretty far in the back, got involved in incidents. Like most races this year, the 51 has not had as much luck as he has wanted, but he's closing the gap now on Sidnor's second car on fresh tires. They're not as fresh as some of the other guys on the track. He's got 6 or 7 more laps than Lodato, Brooks, and Zellner, and the rest of the field accordingly have on theirs, but he's reeling in Sidnor by a roughly tenth of a second per lap right now. Hit the 40 laps complete mark. Garrett Sidnor continues to lead, lowest of 68 through those pit cycles, but of course he did qualify back in 10th, so we got a good run going right now, and he's just waiting for these guys to come down on the pit road. OT, your race leader, Nicholas Pressey, about half a track behind him. Sidnor 10 seconds on Pressey right now, as he'll come across the line right now. He is 22 seconds off of Dylan Poteet, who is trying to stretch this run as long as he can. The only driver going for the overcut that has a chance of it working, as he was right up in that front pack. Pressey just a little bit too far back, 12 seconds off your race leader right now, as Lucas Lodato makes a pass on Ryan Potter. Terry Brooks goes around him as well. He is on 10 lap order tires. Same strategy as Garrett Sidnor, as these guys come down into 3 and 4. Sidnor exiting 3 and 4, so that is the big that's the big battle right now as Sidnor closes on Pressey. He will surrender that spot. The 94 machine down onto pit road. He'll give up the podium spot. Was running second. He'll give it up, and now Dylan Poteet is the only one left, and he's on the pit road as well. And so Garrett Sidnor will be your race leader. He has 3 seconds on Lucas Lodato. He needs that gap to close at a 10th per lap. But right now, it really is. It's really about that 10th of a second mark or so. He needs it to stay that way. He's got a good chance at winning this race right now. That time he lost a lot of time. Oh, wait, no, I was misreading it. He's losing almost a second a lap. He's got no chance. So, Sidnor did a 33.5 last lap. Lodato into the mid-32s with Brooks. So, I think it's over for these guys. That early strategy, early pit could have worked out, but didn't quite play their cards right. And so, they're going to start to struggle here at the end. And the 7 and the 23 will breeze by them for the race lead. They just got around Matthew Rodriguez, Ryan Potter, and Rodriguez. Similar strategies, 3 or 4 laps in between. Here's Nicholas Pressey, who just came out 30 seconds off the race leader, Garrett Sidnor right now. Sidnor exiting the corner behind him as here comes Sidnor off of turn 2. And he's going to have a mirror full of Lucas Lodato and Terry Brooks behind him. See that pink machine, there's the 7. 9/10 of a second quicker than Sidnor last lap, and Garrett Sidnor now more than ever would like a caution flag, as these races historically have gone green after a wreck at the beginning, but we didn't have that beginning caution. I think this one goes green all the way, like at Chicagoland, a long green flag run with some pit stops in the middle, and no caution at the end for the 1.5 miles. Oh, look at there's the 31. I was wondering where he is. As Poteet has got a hell of a lot of time to make up. Fast lap this race for Poteet was a 32 flat. Lucas Lodato did a 32.9 last lap, so he's got 1 second on the race leader. As you see, they finally made their way by the 50th Sidnor, who will lose the lead. Big gamble does not pay off. Rodriguez behind him, he's got a big buffer back to Dylan Clark. And then Ryan Potter, Ryan Hines are racing pretty hard. Ryan Hines will be the next car on newish tires to get to Sidnor and pass him. I would assume by the end of this race, as you see, the gap of 31 is pulled on these leaders. 32.049 last time by to Lodato's 33 flat as well. So 1 second separating them. He's going to need a little bit more pace than that. He'll end up about 7 seconds off of them by the end of this race, if it goes green until the end. Not sure it will, but I mean, you can always have hope for a caution, but at this point, I don't think it's gonna happen. Go Mikey Deitch, that's right. For Michael Deitch fans. Where did the Holden Wieners chat go? Oh, we got a whole discussion. Okay, I got distracted. Go Corey Blevins. Sure. Like, Connor's been holding a little too many wieners lately. Terry Brooks, take a look at this. They're side by side for the lead. I was reading the chat. Once again, River Page gets distracted and misses a big key turning point in this race. Lucas Lodato was about to get past. He needs this win over the 23 to catapult him back up into the championship battle. Terry Brooks looking for another win on the season, taking the momentum into the last 2 races on the year. They're going to make contact. Oh! Leaning on each other through 3 and 4. Lodato pinches the hell out of the 23. They'll go side by side across the line. Lodato leads that time by 5 1/1000ths. 1 1/1000th into the corner. Brooks gets the spot for a second, washes up to the middle lane. The 7 closes him down. They'll run down to the first 2 lanes. Oh! One truck up in the outside wall. It's Poteet. I can't believe it. and they didn't throw a yellow. What happened? I can't miss this lead battle. Looks like Lodato's gonna lose it. He had to avoid Poteet. Oh, Michael died. Oh, what? Dylan Poteet absolutely chokes. On board. It's underneath Michael Deitch. He gets loose and he just oh man, that's a terrible, terrible overcorrect. Never seen a talent loss like that at a Dylan before. Just got loose. And that is a hell of a lick right there. As here comes the race leaders and the 7 has to get out of it. And that lost him the lead and ultimately could lose him the race. We'll go full speed one more time just to give you the impact of this. Goes into the corner, loses it there, and he stays on the gas. Right when he gets off the gas, it grips up. And that ends his day. He'll come down pit road, 3 laps down. And ultimately, I don't know if he'll be able to come back from that. That right front is all sorts of torn up. Here's the battle for the lead. Terry Brooks leads over the 7 of Lodato, but not by much. Let me get an update on Cody Bussard. Sure. Looks like here's the 12 of Cody. He is the last car on pace. Hasn't been wrecked on the racetrack right now. Looks like he's about to get up in the outside wall there. He's 1 lap down. Car that he's racing right now is Michael Deitch, who's a lap ahead of, or half a lap ahead of him. So the 12 is not doing too well right now. What happened to Chas? Can't use the Highline lingo. I don't know that. The 1 and 2, they go again. Brooks 2/10 over the 7. Lodato needs to get something figured out right now. He will not have a chance to pass him back at the end. Down the front straightaway they go, back into 1 and 2. 15 laps to go this time by Brooks, lapping a little bit quicker than Lodato, but last time by Lodato closed that gap. He was about 25 1,000ths of a second quicker. What happened to Chad? Guys, there's no Chad in this race. Scott Wheeler. Okay, alright, stop it. It's not funny. It's not funny. I'm not laughing. I don't understand. Why? Why are you screaming at me? Scott Wheeler? No. What did Scott Wheeler do? Guys. What are you talking about? Oh, look, there's the 12. Check the Wheeler replay. Chad. Exactly, Chad. What the hell are you guys talking about? Chad Winston. Oh, okay. No, I see how it is. I see how it is. Very funny. Very funny. Alright. Alright. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. This isn't funny. Okay, look at this. Lucas Lodato absolutely has fallen off a cliff as he watches his championship competition drive off into the wind. Wonder how he has to be feeling right now. Probably praying for a caution as Dylan Clark is about to pass him, and he'll lose some more precious championship points. It was on lap 4. No, it wasn't. It wasn't on lap 4. Dylan Bodie's out of the race. Yeah. You guys are a bunch of liars. Oh, he wrecked with Allen. Yeah, man, the juice cone was out there earlier. You're right. Actually, I don't know how to segue back in. 10 laps to go. Let's see. 10 laps to go this time by. I don't have anything to play. Harry Brooks pulls a gap on Clark and Lodato, 1.3 seconds in between these two. See if Clark can do anything. He has the 7 all over his hind through 1 and 2 as Lodato grabs onto his wiener, tries to hold on, cannot hold his wiener hard enough. He'll fall off of the back bumper. Lodato has absolutely fallen off a cliff this run. Did not save that right front well at all. And it is showing right now as Ryan Hines is about to pass him for position. That's for 3rd. In the grand scheme of things, it won't matter because Terry Brooks out in front, pulling away from his championship competitors and the rest of the field. The 31 of Poteet throws it into the outside wall and basically ends his hunt for the championship, despite being one of only 2 multi-race winners this year. He will not go the way of the 31 unless he can have some incredible luck from the last 2 races from Martinsville and Auto Club. Terry Brooks continues to pull away from Clark, 1.1 seconds in between the two. Clark is kind of gaining on him though. These two have found their rhythm. Well, not these two, but just Clark has found his rhythm. There goes Hines, as you'll see in the back of the screen, around the 7. He's way up the track, out of the groove. Zellner 5 seconds off of them. So that won't be a threat. I think the 7 will come home in 4th. Clark within a second now, but he's not gaining nearly enough time to get to Brooks by the end of the race. My phone is dying. Can you believe that? Lucas actually just had contact with the 25. Well, I assumed he was pretty out of the groove. Look. Ooh, ooh. He got a right rear fed to him. That's what you call that right there. That's some good old short track racing, man. That's a dirt tracking move right there. Ooh, look at that. Ryan Hines said, "Get the hell out of my way, man. You're too slow, man." That's what he said right there, man. That's a message. He sent him a message, man. Why would he do that? Alright, man. You gotta get by. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. 4 laps to go this time by. 0.7 of a second for Clark. He's starting to reel him in. If he gets his draft, he might be able to catch him. That's right. You have that moves on them big tracks. That's when that gets dangerous, man. You see a wheel-to-wheel contact, man. Big right rear, man. Holy hell, Clark is running down Terry on the straightaways. Getting nearly 2/10 on him on the front stretch. He might be able to catch him and race him for the win here. He is moving 2/10 faster than Brooks last time by. 0.4 of a second is the gap now as they come to the line. It'll be 3 to go. Ty Smith. Terry Brooks was on rails. Now it's Dylan Clark who's on rails across the front stretch. He's another 0.1 of a second faster than that time by. 3 laps to go. Dylan Clark trying to run down the race leader and try to go back to back. He just got his first win in the Highline Racing League on an oval in his entire career racing here in the Highline Racing League. First win came in the Truck Series on an oval. Road course ringer. He's glad that he's not much of a road course ringer anymore. Wants to be a better all-around driver, and this will definitely help his case if he can go back to back here. Terry Brooks kind of keeping up now. But still, Clark remains quicker than him. 0.3 of a second is the gap now. He might be able to send it in on him on the last lap, but don't be close. 0.4 now as the gap drops through 3 and 4. He'll reel him back down off, and as they come to the white flag, Terry Brooks looking for his second race win of the year. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go from Kentucky. Brooks on the middle line there, the 48, trying to work in that inside. Off of turn 2 they go. 0.3 separates Clark and Brooks. Will Clark be able to send him? There he goes into 3 and 4. Doesn't even try. And as they come off of turn number 4, Terry Brooks will stretch that points lead out. He watches Lodato fade in a 31 wreck out, and he takes his second win of the year from Kentucky. Terry Brooks gets it done for the second time this year. The fireworks go off into 3 and 4. The 31 second in points will ride around and stare at what could have been. Terry burns it down. We'll see if we can talk to another couple of drivers, get this interview, these interviews out of the way so I can go eat dinner. Gotta eat. Ryan Hines in the voice chat. That would be great if I could just. How are you, Ryan? Who finished second? Did Dylan finish second? There's Dylan. Okay, well, we'll talk to Dylan. Alright, Dylan Clark. Dylan, here you are. Dylan Clark, I'll talk to you first. Second place after your first oval win. How's it feel?
It feels pretty good. That the Bike Cancer Chevrolet was pretty fast tonight on the long run. I don't think we could have. Oh, I think we could have caught Terry there if I didn't get stuck behind Lodato for those couple laps. But that was a really good battle. I had a lot of fun. That was a really good overall race.
Yeah, well, you said that you were trying to solidify yourself as like an all-around racer and not like just a road course ringer. I think you're doing a pretty solid job of that. Let's see. Next week is Martinsville, I think. I'm assuming you're going to race that.
I absolutely will be. Yep.
So you did good on the intermediate, and you did good on the kind of flat New Hampshire, whatever you want to call it. So now you go to a short track. Do you think you can keep up this momentum?
I think we can. We're having some really good finishes here, some really good racing, good tire conservation, good overall long run pace. Martinsville will be kind of a who knows fest, but just because it's a short track, it's a paperclip, it's Martinsville. It'll be tight. It'll be a lot of bumping and banging, but I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we have a good race there.
All right. Well, anything else like to say before?
I'd just like to thank some sponsors here. DC Designs for this awesome Fight Cancer paint scheme. Tyler Rush, Turtle Shells, everything he does, all of our teammates back there. Josh Susi, who's going through a tough time right now. Hopefully everything pans out for him. Justin Gibbs, running every week, really improving, really good job there. You guys for putting on one heck of a show. Fireball Talks NASCAR, FTN, the whole group there. It's awesome. Italian Motors USA for the kart racing. Orpac for sponsoring my kart racing as well. Camera Outfitters, my bad. Sponsors Tyler Rush and Turtle Shells Motorsports overall. Talkart for putting together one heck of a kart every year, and my parents for giving me this awesome sim rig.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Dylan Clark, everybody. Oh, a couple of finishes. So I'll talk to Ryan Hines, I guess, just since I'm going from the back to the front now. I could talk to Ryan. Ryan Hines, P3 at Kentucky. How's it feel?
Well, I can tell you it's nice to keep talking to you every week, so must be doing something right. I mean, if I'm upfront at enough of these things, I'm bound to rip one off here at some point, but feels good to be back.
Yeah, well, you had some momentum last week, and then of course, you got to talk to me, which is a great honor. And so now you get to do it for the second week in a row. Then you go to Martinsville, where basically anything can happen. How do you feel there?
We'll see how it goes. I mean, I feel like, it's typical Martinsville, right? You just gotta make sure you're there at the end and try to take care of your stuff throughout the race. So I think I told you last time, when we talked after New Hampshire, that short tracks usually aren't my thing. So I'll just try to survive there and see if we can't get lucky and steal one, or maybe end up on the podium again.
All right. Well, anything else I can say before I let you go?
I wanted to give an apology to Lucas there at the end. We had a little incident there. I doored him on accident, but I went back and watched the replay, and looked like some net code got us there. But either way, I was super tight there at the end, just trying to manage my tires, and I got into him a little bit. But definitely want to give him an apology. I didn't mean to get into him there.
All right. Well, congratulations on another podium. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right. Ryan Hines, third again. We finished second last week. I can't remember, honestly. But we'll talk to Terry Brooks now, the race winner. Terry Brooks' second win on the season. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. Really had to work hard to get past Lucas. Thought I may have done a little too much damage to my tires, and Dylan and Ryan had fresher tires coming to the end, and they were clicking off tents, and I was just trying to make sure I was smooth and was hoping to hold on to it, and got lucky and got another win. Feels great.
Yeah. So you came in as the points leader, and you were racing basically your main competitor in Lucas, and then he kind of fell off, and then I don't know what happened to Poti. He just completely lost it and wrecked himself. So now you go into Martinsville with a sizable points lead. Does that give you any
It gives
sort of
me,
buffer for a short track? You just get wrecked and lose all your spots.
yeah, I'm having a bigger cushion is definitely a bonus going into Martinsville. This track's so tight. You There's a wreck, you can get taken out with you know no regard. It just happens because there's nowhere to go, and ruin your night. So it's good to have a little bit more cushion going into that race. And I mean, I feel good about Martinsville. I race good there, and I really like short tracks. So I mean, maybe we'll get lucky and pull off another top five, and won't be a bad points night for us. But you never know. It's short track racing.
All right. Well, anything else I can say for?
Just thank you for putting on the broadcast. It's great going back and watching it every week. Highline Racing League for putting everything together, for us to be able to come and do this. Adam for all the work he puts in. Alan for driving the choose cone. He didn't get any work tonight, so that's a good night. It runs through quick. And Culture Designs for putting on the sponsoring the league and sponsoring us. And uh, that's about it. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, congratulations on the win, and
Thank you, River.
all right. Terry Brooks, now, I think since it actually updates basically live, let's see, if I on the stream. Go. Truck series, point standing, crap open here, but here's the point standings. So, Terry Brooks is first, and this is the points right here. So, he's got a 24 point lead now over Lodato, and he's got 20, what is that? 32 points on Poteet, and then Sidnor is 39 off. So that's the point standings look like right now. I wish I could do it a little more professional. I tried to steal a Fox graphic and remake it, to match the ticker and everything that we've got here, courtesy of Andrew Schulte and David Kreutz on FTN for this quite frankly, very sexy ticker. I've got. I think this is the best era of NASCAR graphics as a whole. I think if we could get the lanyard with the track information, that would That'd be the cake. That'd be like the icing on the cake part. But yeah. Let's see results here. So what I tried to do is steal the results and just put point standings on it. In the 20 minutes I had, but Terry Brooks victorious for the second time this year over Dylan Clark. Ryan Hines, Lucas Lodato fell off at the end, got hit by Hines in to help him, and Scott Zellner, the pole sitter, could never recover from that initial EOL as a full-time Premier Series driver. Jacob Holm ends up 6th, a great result for him. Garrett Sidnor falls back to 7th on the old tires. Tyler Rush and Justin Gibbs, a pair of good finishes for those two, and Matthew Rodriguez, a good finish for him as well. End up tail into the top 10. Ryan Potter drops to 11th at the end of the race. Nicholas Pressey behind him in 12th. Not as good as a result as we were expecting after what he did at Las Vegas, but he'll come home in front of Scott Puckett in 13th, Matt Muir in 14th, Michael Deitch, the last car on the lead lap in 15th, and Cody Bussard, the last car to finish the race in P16, and the Waffleplex machines, the teammates, Poteet and Bodie, will not finish the race. The two that wreck out do not get a yellow to get the repairs on the two down there at the bottom, Cunman and Boston. So that will wrap things up. Round number 8 of 10, 2 races remaining here in the Highline Truck Series. So we hope to see you then. And other than that, thank you all for coming out. Next week as Martinsville, I'll be back in the booth. And so, yeah, I hope to see you there. Thank you all for viewing. This has been a production of the Highline Racing League Culture Designs Truck Series live on FTN every Tuesday at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, 9:30, whatever, New York time, Eastern Time. So next week we'll be back for Martinsville. And other than that, thank you all for coming out. Hope you had a good time. Subscribe if you're new, and hope you have a very good night.